I rewatched the original X-Men movie last night. Cinema. That movie is actually great. It is definitely a product of its time, though. I mean, they wear black leather suits for their hero suits, but the movie's fire. Everyone did such a good job in it. And it was the start of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, the icon himself. And I haven't watched that movie since a kid, and it was just great watching it. My only big complaint about the movie is how Jean quite literally does, like, nothing. She does find Rogue, that's a big thing she does. But the other two uses of her power are moving a needle into her hand and moving Cyclops' visors onto his eyes. Or not onto his eyes, but like slightly side. Wish we could at least saw more. The fights in this movie are like actually peak. Obviously, the main big fight was Wolverine versus Sabretooth, and that was fire. I think it's funny knowing that they recasted Sabretooth. I also do appreciate how in the live action version, the reason Rogue has her white hair is because when she absorbed Magneto's power, she absorbed a bit of his like gray hair, his characteristics. Because apparently she can take on like the characteristic and personality a bit of the people she absorbs. So she acts a bit like Logan, which I think is a great dynamic. It is odd having them be like the father-daughter relationship, especially because Wolverine has already had that in the comics and in the show. Like, he's been Jubilee's like father figure. He's been Psylocke's father figure. More like mentor, but you know what I mean. I do think seeing some of the difference from the comics are very funny. I low-key probably annoyed my little cousin, who I'm like, oh, in the comics, blah, 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 in the comics, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man, it's just funny to me as a comic reader when I notice certain things. Like how Bobby, Iceman, is a kid, and he's younger than Wolverine and them, same with Rogue. Even though, like, in the comics, Bobby was one of the first X-Men. Or the Jubilee cameo when they're walking out of classroom, which I think is a funny thing because she's such a big character in the comics. And in the 97 show, too. I would watch it if I were you guys. I'm going to watch X2 of her next week. And it's been a while since I watched these movies, so it's such a great refresher. That's it, though. Bye-bye.